Are you a motherfucking CEO? Then watch this video. Let's talk about what it's like being a CEO. What are the key things that you gotta look out for so you can make sure your mission is accomplished? If you're new to this channel, my name is Raul Bolufe. I'm a real estate wholesaler, investor, long-term rentals, short-term rentals, wholesale deals, do fix and flips. And I see a lot of broke real estate investors, and I don't want you to be one of them. That's the purpose of this channel. Chief Executive Officer. This is the guy in charge. This is the guy in front of the platoon. This is the leader. This is the commander, making sure things get done, making sure the mission, the vision is accomplished in your business. And I'm going to explain this role in layman's terms and how I see this and why I'm constantly training on this to be the best leader, the best CEO. What are the things needed? What are the things you got to think about? What are the key factors? And I break it down to 4 simple things. The first thing, overarching everything, is the CEO is a major problem solver. This is the guy, this is the girl that is looking at the business and solving all the freaking problems. But most importantly, it's knowing to solve the right problems. And this happened to me. I'm still a young guy. I'm 29 years old, and I've been running this business since I was 22. So I've made an immense amount of mistakes, and I'm very proud that I have. One of the biggest mistakes was a lot of times in the business, I was solving the wrong problems. And I was just immature and I didn't freaking know what I was doing. And I don't want this to happen to you. So let's get into it. So solving problems. How do you solve the right problems? How do you solve the right problems in your business? Do you have a gross revenue problem? Do you have a net revenue problem? Do you have a people problem? Do you have a structure problem, an accountability problem? These are all things that actually happen in your business. And if you're a one-man show or a two-man show, maybe it's you and assistant or you and your wife or you and your husband. Yes. One of you guys has to take leadership role. One of you guys has to be a CEO. Yeah, there could be co-CEOs, not in a two-man company. There has to be a leader of the platoon. So what are one ways that you can solve the best problem? What is the ways you can solve the right problem? Because that is what being a CEO is solving a motherfucking problem. I don't care what you say, it's solving that shit. The first way, the most important way, is looking at the key numbers, looking at the key metrics in the business. So in our wholesaling business, which is the art of finding an off-market property or finding a distressed seller, making an offer to this homeowner and putting it under contract and then selling it for a profit. It's that simple. It's like a pawn shop. So we spend money on marketing to produce leads, right? We do Google ads, we do texting, we do cold calling, and we produce leads. People that say, yes, I want to sell my house. So what are the key metrics that I look at to see if we're solving the right problems? How much money have we spent? How many leads did we produce? What is the cost per lead? How many contacts we've made on these leads? How many people did we convert them into an opportunity? That's a real opportunity to make money. How many people did we send offers on? How many offers did we get accepted? How many are for sale? How many have sold? How many became legal? How many are dead? And then how much did we close? How much money did we make? Okay, that was a long rant, but each of those have a specific problem. So let's take it back to the beginning. Let's say we spend $10,000 and we produce 100 leads when we're supposed to produce 200, for example. So right there, when I look at my spreadsheet, I know I got to solve this problem. So I'm going to go to my marketing guy and I'm going to say, hey, we spent 10 grand and we produced 100 leads when we should have produced 200. What happened? Oh, well, Mr. Raul or Mr. You, this is what happened. It's because the algorithm is changing or whatever. Okay. What is your plan to get this back on track to 200 leads? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Can you follow up with me tomorrow? Right? And now you're trying to solve this problem. Sometimes you got to go a little deeper. Sometimes you got to have multiple conversations. Now, what was happening in my business earlier in the year was we were having a contract. We were getting deals, but we weren't closing them. And that's a freaking problem. So last quarter, I just spent a lot of my time as the CEO, right? The CEO right here, like CEO. A lot of my time I spent fixing that problem. Now, once that problem is fixed, now I can move on to the next problem. Okay, now we're having a contract, but we're not getting enough contracts. All right, let me get in there. Maybe let's provide more training. Let's provide better contracts. Let's provide better leads. Let's figure this out. Maybe it's a better script. Maybe it's a different process. Problem solving and key numbers is the first thing you got to be looking at. Figure out what are the key numbers in your business. What are the things that actually move the needle, right? If you're in the marketing and sales business, then what I said earlier, you could rewind and watch that. That's going to be pretty similar across industries. It's nothing that I made up. That's just the way it is, right? If you get leads, you make contacts, you some convert into leads, some don't. Some you get a sale, some don't. What are you doing with the people you didn't get a sale? Like all that kind of stuff are problems you can solve. The next thing that you should be looking at as a CEO is the people. And there's two factors of the people that I break this down. Number one, the people that you have in your business or the people that you're looking to hire, do they get it? Do they want it? And do they have the capacity to do the job that you told them to do? This comes straight from the book Traction. I've read it a couple times. There's also another book called Rocket Fuel, which talks a little bit about this by Gino Wickman and that crew. And they talk about the entrepreneur operating system, or what's called EOS. Highly recommend you read that. Number one is, do they get it, want it, and have the capacity to do it? Are they someone that's on board? Are they doing the right thing, right? And the second thing I look at is it the right people in the right seats? Do you have a really good talent doing sales when they really should be doing operations? Do you have really good talent at the top, but maybe they should be doing something higher at the top? Do you have someone in the bottom that should be promoted? All these types of things, the leader, the CEO should be looking at. Always looking at an organization chart and seeing what the heck is happening. What's this guy's numbers? How's he doing? Does he like it? Let me talk to him. Let me take him out to lunch. Oh, this guy's performing awesome. Let me buy him a beer after work and just pick his brain a little bit. This guy's doing horrible. He was doing great last month, but now he's not doing so well. Maybe this isn't the job for him, or maybe he should be in another position. That is what a CEO should be doing with people. That is what has helped me in my organization. And although I'm still very far from where I want to be, I don't have all the answers. I'm training at becoming a better CEO every day. I have a CEO coach and I read books and all these things, but this is just things I've learned along the way from when I was 22 years old and I didn't know shit, and I still don't know shit, but I've moved the needle a little bit more. Now our company has about 22 people, and I'm the direct CEO. So I've learned a little bit of how to do this. Leadership. The CEO has to be aware of the leadership that's going on. The CEO obviously must provide leadership. However, depending on how big or small the organization, there has to be other leadership going on. So one of our core values in our business is leaders don't create followers, they create other leaders. So me as a CEO and you as a CEO, what you can be looking for in your people is this person that I hired or this person that I'm hiring. Do I see this person becoming a leader? The CEO must be in charge of making sure that other leaders are bred, other leaders are born, other leaders are created in the business. Because as a CEO, you cannot handle every problem. You cannot handle everything. You cannot handle every person. So you must hire or make sure that in your business, there's other leaders being created. There's other leaders that can teach. There's other leaders that are coachable themselves, or that can coach others, that can hold other people accountable. And this is crucial if you want to have a big business. If you want to stay small, maybe you could ignore this for a little bit. If you want to just have a 2, 3, 4-man team, ignore this, because you as a CEO can probably run a lot of that. But if you want 20, 30, 50, 100, 5,000, 10,000 people, you best believe that the leaders, the CEOs at the top, are making sure that there's other leaders being bred in the business. And leadership, there's a misconception with leadership that it's like this hard motherfucker that's like screaming at people, making sure shit's done. No. You could be a nice guy CEO, you could be a wartime CEO, but all the leadership is a big category. And the leadership that I mean when I say this is making sure that people are getting enough information, people are getting enough resources to do what they have to do. The leaders are holding them accountable. The CEOs holding people accountable to a standard that is set. You don't have to be a dick. You don't have to be bitching at people. You don't have to be cursing people out. But you do have to make sure you have leadership tendencies, and it's guiding people. It's making sure things are getting done, making sure the accountability is there. There's a lot of things, and you could be a nice person and do this. And last but not least, this could be first, could be last. There's no specific order in these things that I said, but the last thing that the CEO is responsible for is the vision, is making sure that the vision is set, clearly communicated, and big enough so other people's visions can fit in your vision. If you want a company that makes millions and millions and millions, if you want a company that lasts 10 plus years, you need a vision so freaking big that awesome talent, awesome people want to come work with you, want to stay working with you, because they're like, man, this guy's vision, this girl's vision is so freaking big that I can fit my vision in there. I can grow in this, right? So our vision is huge here at our companies, huge. I have organization charts with hundreds of people that we're trying to accomplish, hundreds. And in some of these higher level roles, people can make $1 million or more dollars every year in these roles for our company. So that's a big vision. Some people sometimes just want to come in making $100,000 a year, and have a couple conversations with them like, shit, wait, I could actually make $500,000 a year with you one day? Yeah, bro. Oh shit, I could actually own 50 properties with you one day? Yeah. Oh shoot, I could actually like be a leader of this large team under you, but I could be a leader and I can basically have my own profit and loss statement and have my own business. Yeah. Oh shoot, I can invest in one of your adventures and be a part of that. Yeah. You gotta have huge freaking visions if you want to have huge ambition of people coming and working with you. You must do that. And as a CEO, it's your responsibility. It's also your responsibility to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video if you found value in it. It really helps me in the YouTube algorithm create more awesome freaking videos so I can create more awesome freaking videos for you. And please comment if there's anything that you want to, I'm curious to see what is your vision for your company, or what is some of the things that you thought a CEO should do. There's actually a really good video by Patrick Bet-David. It was a keynote he did of the roles of a CEO. I want to say it was in 2020. Check that out. It was in the Drive conference. Really good. I watch that video probably 2 to 3 times a year because he broke it down very beautifully, how to be a CEO and what are the things you should do. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to learn more, raulbolufe.com, or you can follow me at Instagram at raulbolufe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.